Oh, Haiti's such a dangerous country, and people.
I met a lot of fascinating people on my travels around the world, so let me introduce you to a couple of crazy Americans I met on my last trip to Haiti.
Instead of potting soil, potty soil.
Meet Sasha Kramer and Sarah Brownell. They live and work together in a Spartan apartment in the center of the city of Cape Haitian. From here, they run a nonprofit organization called Soil. It builds a new kind of toilet that could have a significant impact on how poor people live.
So this is where our household dry toilet is.
Wow, okay. Actually, it doesn't smell at all. They use this soil themselves to grow vegetables on their rooftop. There are two huge problems in international development that don't get a lot of attention. One is sanitation, because you can't begin to address public health problems until you treat human waste properly. And second is the problem of agriculture. You can't begin to develop these poor countries' economies unless you also begin to improve their agricultural yields and improve the food supply. Sasha and Sarah then took me to one of Soil's composting projects, deep in the heart of Cape Haitian's most dismal slum. The project is still in a pilot phase, but it shows promise.
So this right here is a toilet that our organization built. So they use this toilet, they take care of it.
And they maintain it.
They clean it, yep, and they've done a good job of it. I mean, it's not always spotless. I don't know what we'll see when we go in. But it's definitely being used.
And do they, this is a dry toilet, they have to distinguish between urine and feces?
Yeah. Yep.
And this at some point will end up on somebody at farmer's field?
Yep, this will be taken out to a compost site a little outside of the city, turned into soil, and then end up on a farmer's field.
Or we may bring some back and try to do some household gardening projects with the kids.
As we rode motorcycles out to one of their rural toilets, Haiti's desperate need for fertilizer was immediately apparent. The soil here is severely depleted, and farmers cannot afford chemical fertilizer. Sasha and Sarah say that using human waste as fertilizer could more than double yields.
This is an example of one of our rural toilets. So we have all kinds of crops out here, mostly bananas and corn and potatoes and beans. And the great thing about having these toilets in rural areas is that this toilet can actually provide fertilizer and is providing fertilizer to these fields that you see here.